Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is The Black Link, coming back at you on Thursday, September 9th, 2021. This day is a pretty momentous day in Destiny's history. We're here to bring you this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly blog, This Week at Bungie. But at the start of all things, today is the day, 7 years ago on the dot. That was the day that Destiny 1 originally released. And since then, it's been 7 years. 7 years of raids, 7 years of trials, 7 years of space magic. And we've seen the creation of an incredible game, an incredible community, and some incredible memories that are going to stem, at least personally for me, for the rest of my life. Bungie themselves are also getting into the anniversary spirit, and they posted an entire article talking about some of their experiences and memories from the last 7 years. I'll have a link to that down in the description box below so you can go and check it out. But speaking of memories, I've got a lot of good memories from Destiny over the last half a decade, and I hope you guys have had some good ones too. And maybe we'll be making a few more decent ones in the very near future, because this week's TWAB, we're going to be learning about the return of Trials of Osiris, set to go live, of course, tomorrow afternoon. September 10th, 2021, we're going to see the return of Trials of Osiris with quite a few major changes. A few weeks ago, we learned about some major changes coming to Trials of Osiris. And to keep things short and sweet, Bungie has basically overhauled the loot structure of Trials to grant you more rewards even if you're not winning full matches. Saint 14 has been given a reputation system in line with what the Vanguard, the Crucible, and the Drifter now have. And as a part of this reputation system, you will be able to unlock Trials engrams and other rewards on Saint 14 through a given season. They've also got a few rule set changes, such as resetting ammo and reducing rounds to 90 seconds. And they're even going to be introducing Trials Labs and a prismatic recaster type system for Trials engrams, allowing you to focus your rewards to the gear that you want to get. All of that and more is coming with Trials of Osiris starting tomorrow on September 10th. But we have even more new stuff to learn for the Pinnacle game mode covered in this week's TWAB. Here's some of the things Bungie had to say. Starting with what's going to be a new weapon coming to Trials. This season, Trials brings a new legendary linear fusion rifle to the loot pool. This season, they're going to be introducing Reed's Regret, packing some stasis damage and the ability to roll some fun perk combinations like Triple Tap and Vorpal Weapon. Paired with the Particle Deconstruction artifact mod, this is a weapon you won't want to miss. And then we get a great look at Reed's Regret here. And of course, it's sporting the amazing black and gold that you've come to expect in your Trials weapons. But in addition to this linear fusion rifle, Saint 14 has refreshed his vendor inventory, giving Guardians the ability to target additional rolls on loot that they've previously acquired. This can be comparable to focusing engrams at the Umbral Decoder in the Helm. Get out there, earn some engrams, and have at it. And then we get a list of patch notes for exactly what's going to be coming in Trials. So we're going to go over it really quickly. First up, Trials' reputation internal system has been rebuilt, aligning with that of other ritual reputations. Reputation gain per match is scaled by the number of round wins on a ticket. Trials passages are now account scoped. Purchasing the same ticket on an alternate character will not reset your ticket wins. Passage of Ferocity is now available from the start. Passage of Wisdom is no longer available. Passage of Wealth now requires 7 wins, and unlocking a passage now unlocks it for the rest of the season. Next, they've replaced the weekly 3, 5, and 7 win challenges with a win rounds challenge. A new 7 win challenge is going to be available on Saint 14, and because of this, they've removed weekly bounties. Next, they've made some changes to the rule sets. Trials of Osiris round time has been reduced to 90 seconds, and each round will now start with fresh, special, and heavy ammo. No more carrying that over round by round. Crossplay must be enabled to participate in Trials of Osiris now, although while that is something that had some people worried. Do remember that your matchmaking in PvP is going to be based on the platform that you're playing on. If you're on PC, you're going to be playing with other PC people. But if you happen to be on console and you join somebody, maybe you party up with someone who's on PC, you as a console player will be facing PC players. Keep that in mind. Next, they've added third-person camera restricted tooltip and load screen hints to Trials, Elimination, and Showdown. A lot of this was to cut down on 3-peeking. And finally, Trials of Osiris now requires purchase of the current yearly expansion. Currently, this is Beyond Light, but starting on February 22nd, 2022, The Witch Queen is going to be a required purchase in order to gain access to Trials of Osiris. So there we go, Guardians. Those are the changes coming to Trials starting tomorrow. This is mostly a revamp of what we learned in previous weeks. I'm really excited to see how this is going to be changing the Trials of Osiris game mode. Remember, we're also going to be getting matchmaking for solo players in the future as well. So many of you out there who've never given Trials a chance, this might be your best opportunity to get acquainted with the game mode, and of course, more importantly, the loot. Now, after that, there's only one other real section to talk about in this week's TWAB, and that is an update on the BattleEye soft launch. BattleEye, of course, is the new anti-cheat software that Bungie is working with in Destiny 2. Here's what they had to say. At the start of the Season of the Lost, we announced the soft launch of BattleEye anti-cheat in Destiny 2. Throughout the soft launch, we've been iterating and improving our ability to detect various cheats that have negative impacts to competitive experiences within the Crucible, as well as other cheats used to get a leg up in PvE activities. While we're still deep into our soft launch window, we wanted to share a short progress update with you. We've been able to detect and remove numerous players attempting to circumvent our cheat detections while building upon the fresh foundation that BattleEye has provided us. While we don't have any specific numbers to share, we did want to note that our soft launch is going well. Well enough, in fact, that we're going to begin rolling out automatic bans for a variety of cheats, just in time for the first Trials of Osiris weekend. While we're excited for this development, there is no silver bullet in the ongoing efforts against cheating. The team will remain vigilant, continuing to improve our detections and investigate reports. If you encounter any potential cheater within Destiny 2, please use the in-game report tools or their contact form on Bungie.net. Any additional information that you can provide is always greatly appreciated by our teams. If you'd like to learn more about our integration of BattleEye anti-cheat software, feel free to check out the support article that they have linked in the TWAB. So there we go, a quick update on BattleEye. Apparently it's working well enough that they want to give you an update on it. Now, I will say it's been nice. I've played quite a bit of PvP, haven't run into quite as many cheaters as I used to on PC, but I will say there are some glitches going on with BattleEye. It has been preventing some legitimate players from actually playing the game. They've had to go and do weird stuff like adding BattleEye to their list of exceptions on antiviral software. I saw one thing where like people who had NVIDIA cache shaders turned on, had to specifically turn that off for Destiny 2 before BattleEye would actually let them play. So clearly, there's still some things to smooth out with this software, but it does seem to be working, and I'm glad we're getting updates from Bungie. But alright, Guardians, that's pretty much it for the biggest bits of news contained in this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly Blog, This Week at Bungie. It has been a wild 7 years of Destiny content here, and I could not be more thankful to have shared it with all of you. Here's to another 7 years. Can't wait to see what the future of this franchise holds. But that's all the news, and those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But I'm out for now. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.